So Far Cry 3 was one of the big surprise action titles of a couple of years ago, and now we've got Far Cry 4 arriving. And I don't think it's getting quite as much attention as Ubisoft probably predicted it would, considering how great Far Cry 3 was. What do you think?
Yeah, it's weird. I think Far Cry's been one of those franchises that you never quite know what you're going to get, because the first one was so different to the second one, and the second one was obviously so different to the third. People were sort of expecting a huge revolution again, when really all we've received is a careful iteration. Which,
yeah, with a bit of snow on it, and you can ride elephants,
which is awesome.
It is awesome. And I played the game. I played it just a couple of weeks ago, and riding around in sort of a mini helicopter, blasting guys on the ground with a grenade launcher, or charging in on the back of an elephant and, stamping on, goons that are patrolling the territory. It is a lot of fun, but it does feel just like a game I played before, which was a very good game, and it doesn't seem like it's trying very hard to do anything differently.
No, I mean, and that's going to be the sort of leading problem, but to an extent, I guess that's exactly what fans want, is more of the same and bigger. You can finally sort of shoot while driving now, which means the chase missions aren't, an exercise in tedium as you're trying to get in front of vehicles and pull the enemies out. Now you can sort of, race in a quad bike and shoot a grenade launcher while you're doing it, and that's awesome. Obviously, the wildlife's been massively increased. We've got elephants and
yeah, you can use bait now
and
to, as you can see here, a tiger attacking a guard by throwing some bait towards him, which gives you a little bit more control on some of the more dynamic elements and procedural elements that existed in Far Cry 3.
I think what I'm really looking forward to trying is the two-player co-op.
Yes.
I think that's sort of just an extension of, bigger and better and more of Far Cry 3, except now we can do it with a friend, which is going to be awesome in every single possible way.
But you know what's the weirdest thing with this, and we can see in this trailer, is there's a lot of emphasis on the different weapons and sort of, explosive type stuff like that you can use in a game.
You just want to burn an arrow.
Yeah, and it's not a game that is known for sort of iconic weaponry, and it seems to be trying to really bridge the gap between Far Cry 3 and COD for me, and trying to cater to even broader audience than the original did. And I'm not quite sure why, and I think it might just get lost a bit in terms of sort of message it wants to get across, or what type of game it wants to be. But we'll see. It's out in a month's time, and then we'll check it out then and see if it delivers.